can I place blame on? That isn't me, the Lonniedos Entertainment Corporation. Also, can you guys smash that like button with your ears? Thank you, thank you. If you're in the car right now, I hope me hitting the microphone with my bald fist didn't disrupt you just then. I didn't even mean to do that, dude. Speaking of stuff that makes me so angry, I could just use my bald fist like that. That didn't sound very loud. There you go. God, I'm so angry. I could I could just call the I could call the authorities on myself. Start a scene. You're being ridiculous. Dude, friggin' Bam Margera, famous skateboarder. You guys may remember him if you grew up around the same time as me. He was like probably the second most popular skateboarder in the world next to Tony Hawk, if not at times more popular. I know there's been like clips on podcasts where he's talked about like, I used to sell more skateboards than Tony Hawk, and that's like pretty mind-blowing when you think about it, but it makes complete sense because Bam was like, I think he's younger, and he was like on TV, on MTV. He had like TV shows and stuff in the video games, and just had the star power, you know? He was a force to be reckoned about, as I say. Me. And if you want to say it too, that's cool. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. But he's basically been battling with substance abuse problems pretty publicly for a long time, and I think it's just been sort of bouncing around trying to get help with that in rehab centers and stuff, which, you know, is sad to see, and it's understandably a complicated situation, and honestly, I don't really keep up with it at all, but I've seen a couple, like, I think Patrick CC did a video or two on him, and then around when the Jackass movie was coming around, I think some of the knowledge, like, trickled out into my ears or something, because I think Steve-O talked about it on his podcast, and because he wasn't in the movie, so there was, I guess, drama with that or something, because he was not sober. Anyway, fast forward to now. Apparently, there's some sort of movement on Reddit. I don't know what that means. I mean, I guess I do. I just don't know how popular it is, or how serious it is. I guess serious enough. There's 1,000 people on this subreddit right now, so I guess that's something. But it's this subreddit just about Bam Margera and trying to free him, because apparently, yeah, I don't know. That's where my knowledge kind of starts and ends. So it's like, I don't know if it's really like free him for good reason or free him because we don't understand. And of course he wants to be free because everyone wants that, right? Either way, dude, there's been this recent series of podcasts. I feel like we've been transported back to 2017 or whenever Shane Dawson was doing those like videos that, like Jake Paul, that were like an hour long each, dude. The video documentary series or whatever. Because this, I mean, shout out to this person, BJ Investigates. I mean, maybe not shout out because I don't necessarily know if I agree with what you're doing morally. But I guess she's the one who started the free Bam movement, and now Bam is out of rehab and has caught wind of this and is free to, from what I could tell, drunkenly ramble on these podcasts. And they said they're going to do like 10 of these. They've released 2 so far. I don't know if I'm trying to sit through all of that. It really just seems like he's wasted. And are you really going to sit there and talk for 10 hours? I don't know. It seems like a lot to deal with. And pretty scummy. But like I said, I mean, I don't really know all the... if you're a journalist, I guess you could do that. But I mean, yes, whole weird situation. The next video is like, Steven wants Bam Margera arrested. That's just like in response to... Because he's like, you can clearly see he's engaging in self-destructive behavior. So I don't know. There's 2 sides, and I think I understand both sides. The tricky, weird thing where it's like, should you be forced to get help? Maybe. I guess. I don't know. But I guess, if anything, in the next 7 podcasts, 8 podcasts that are coming out, maybe there will be more information. But it just kind of seems like whoever the BJ girl is, I'm assuming that's her, kind of just seems like she doesn't want any accountability. She's like, it's not my job to not tell you to drink on a podcast. I'm not letting you because that would assume that I ever had the say in you have every say to not have someone consume substances on a show in a professional setting. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's definitely exploitative at the very least. And it's kind of interesting, but they were like, should I even give it more of my time consuming this? It didn't really seem like they were getting at anything, and it's just kind of gross. It's kind of only interesting for the wrong reasons, and it's a bummer. Hopefully he'll get the help that he needs. Yeah, if anyone else with addiction problems out there, shout out to you, dude, fighting the good fight if you're trying to get better. Or if you need help, you should get it. And yeah, I've dealt with some of that stuff myself, and I know people who have, and it's rough, but it's doable, and it's worth doing, in my opinion. That much I know. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I had more good stuff to say about it, but there's just not much there. I guess the story is that he's free and has a platform to talk.